What's going on, guys? It feels good to be back. It's been like over a month since I did my last video. Things have been absolutely hectic and crazy around here. We got hit by back-to-back hurricanes. We got hit by Ian, and then we got hit by Nicole dead on. So that was kind of causing delays and craziness. And then I don't know if you guys watched the news, but the entire country is going through some crazy stuff with kids getting sick. We have two little ones that ended up catching what was going around. So that was like 2 weeks of trying to get better and get them healthy again, which luckily they are safe and healthy. So you can imagine it's been absolutely crazy, but luckily things are starting to level out, things are starting to calm down, and life's starting to get a little bit back to normal, which is good. Perfect, just in time for the holidays, guys. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you. But today is a big day. Today we are moving the entire collection that is in the 10x10 storage unit that has been building up for the past year. It is the million card collection mixed with many other collections in there. It's just all been piling up, and the 10x10 storage unit is just not big enough anymore. So we are going to be moving to a bigger home. We're moving to a 10x25 unit, but it's going to be at another storage facility. So I have to move everything from one storage facility to another. It'll probably take me a day or two to get it all done, but once it's all done, it's going to be amazing. We needed more space to organize, to sort, to collect, just for comfort. We needed more space to grow. So we made this move to a 10x25 storage unit, which is going to be epic. I'm going to show you guys from beginning to end my journey through, bringing all these cards from one unit to another, and I'm going to dig through some cards because, there's going to be some stuff that I'm probably going to find as I'm digging through all of this, because there's probably like 3 or 4 different collections in that storage unit that's kind of been tucked away for a while now that I might have forgot about, that I wanted to go through, but, things happen and you kind of forget. But I'll probably pull some of that stuff out and go through it and show you some of the cards that I find in what has been hidden in there for the past year. All right, guys, let's go get it. Let's start moving these cards over and start digging. All right, guys, here we are. We're at the storage unit. Today's a big day. Today's moving day. We gotta move all of this all the way down. All of it's coming with us to a big 12x25 unit. This is a 10x10. We're expanding. Got some big things in store. Super excited about it. So this is the last time you'll see this like this. End of one era and the beginning of a new era. So let's get this stuff out of here and expand. All right, guys, after almost 2 days of loading and unloading, this is where we're at. Whew. It has been a lot of work, man. A lot. There's over 1 million cards right here. I still got probably another close to 1 million to bring over, but these are all the boxes. The rest of the cards that I have to bring are inside of bins. So far the idea of it is you walk in, right? You walk in, you have all this space because it's a 12x25. And then you got all the cards stacked up over there along these walls here, so it kind of keeps them out of the way, right? So if you want something, you just come up to it and grab whatever you want. And what's written on the boxes is not what's inside. Like, you can see stuff was crossed out, written over. It's just crazy. It's so random. But yeah, I still got a bunch of stuff to bring. The idea is have all the cards along this wall. I have 2 dressers inside the storage unit. One's going to go here. Another one's going to go here. Those are both going to be filled with memorabilia. So that'll be there. And then over here on this side will be the bins. I'll stack the bins along this wall, maybe a little bit along this wall, and then all the space here in between will be open. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a table right here to be able to sort through the cards right here. There's not too much lighting in here, but I'm gonna get battery powered lighting. This is all climate controlled, so it's not too hot in here. I might buy maybe like a little battery powered fan. And instead of having to trek all this stuff back to my house every single time I want to go through stuff, I'm going to go through the stuff right here. So this will make it a whole lot easier for me to keep what I have to go through and what's my collection, my actual PC, separated. This way it's not, you know, kind of getting piled up together. Because I have everything marked and labeled, but still I don't really care for it all being together. But there you go, guys. It was a full day of moving yesterday, and then today half of a day, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break now and get back to it either today, later today, or tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know and update you when I'm done. But here we go so far. I'm digging it. We got a ton more space. All right, guys. All right, guys, we are back here in the collection room. As you can see, not much has changed. This place is absolutely packed from wall to wall, floor to ceiling. But I did get something cool for anybody who's a retro vintage collector, for pop culture. Check this out. I got this 1994 Saban Power Rangers bed sheet, like kids bed sheet. Obviously I don't have a kid's bed in here, but I had to pick it up. I found it at an antique store. Man, this screams my childhood. And I love stuff like this. I figured I didn't really know where to put it. I was thinking about maybe like putting it on the wall or something somewhere. But, you know, the way bed sheets are, they're kind of like, you know, stretchy in the corners. So it just didn't make sense to put it on the wall. So I'm like, I got to figure out, you know, something to do with it. So I put it right here on the backdrop of the couch here. Super, super nostalgic. Very excited to have it and add it to the collection room here. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. I've added some more to my wrestling collection. I've added some more up here. I've gotten quite a few things there. I'm starting to collect some DVDs and VHS. I did get a bunch of new vintage games. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same here. Not too much new. I kind of move things around, try to make more sense of it. Ever since I took everything down and put everything back up, it's been a little bit easier to try to figure out how I want things to go. But I do think that I'm going to have to invest in a couple of more shelves. This side of the room here is still pretty in boxes here, and then I have, you know, some autos there on the wall. But yeah, I still have to take care of it here. But I think I'm going to put a shelf over there in that corner, and then I'm probably going to put another shelf right here. I'll probably get rid of this one. I feel like the tall shelves have more space to put stuff, even though I really like this one because it's a little bit different. It just has more space in the tall ones. I can maybe possibly fit 2 of them there. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm definitely going to try. The more shelf space, the better. This is probably the best investment I ever made, was these peg hangers. You know, because imagine having to put all these on the wall. There'd be no wall space here. But yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit about the room, how it's changed, how it stayed the same. But like you all been waiting for, let's start digging through these cards and see what kind of gold we can find. It feels good to be back. Too long of a break. All right, let's get to digging. Okay, here we go. Here are some piles of cards. I got 3 piles, one vintage, one that's a little mixed, and then the highlight pile over there. So kicking it off right here. Love these vintage cards. Not too familiar with a lot of the players, but if you notice anybody that's notable, please let me know in the comments. So here we go. We're kicking it off with Jim Brewer, Bill Bryan, Craig Anderson, Bob Aspromonte, Steve Blass, Ted Boesfield, Carl Bowles, Ken Boswell, Frank Bowling, Dick Billings, Rick Auerbach, Steve Barber, Ed Bauta, Bob Barton, Jim Campanus, Jim Campbell, Jose Cardinal, Jeff Burrows, Bill Buckner, Topps All-Star rookie, Bob Berta, Leo Burke, Eddie Brassoud, Ed Hobog, Ken Anderson, and I thought this one was really cool. Tidewater Tides Dwight Gooding. It's a 1987 International League of Professional Baseball Clubs. I always find these cards super cool when you see the players in different uniforms than you're used to seeing them in. So there's a pretty cool card right there. So there's some of the vintage cards. Now moving over into the mixed pile. Here, just a bunch of mixed goodness. Kicking it off right here on top, you got a Ken Griffey Jr. Underneath there, Caught on the Fly, Chipper Jones. Bo Jackson Star Card. We got Ionix A-Rod, a Griffey, and a Jeter. We got an Andy Pettitte, Ruben Rivera. Eric Davis, I believe this is his rookie, one of his rookie cards. Then some of these old cards right here. Not sure what year they're from. There's Luis Aparicio. Right here we have Ron Santo. We have Mel Stoudemire. We have, I think, Ron Santo again. Ron Santo again. Another Mel Stoudemire. I'm not sure what year these are from. Juan Marco. And another Luis Aparicio. So those are pretty cool. Vintage goodness. We got a Topps Finest Creators Jalen Rose. A Defenders. I don't know. I can't read what that says exactly. Damon Stoudemire. We have a Masters Jeff Hornacek. A Creators Terrell Brandon. Creators David Wesley. Rod Strickland Masters. A Olden Polnice. Loy Voigt Sterling. Now you got some vintage basketball here. We got Artis Gilmore on there. Very nice. Underneath here, we got some super action card. This is George Gervin. Underneath there, we got another George Gervin. We got a Larry Smith. We have a super action. This is Moses Malone. We have Elvin Hayes. We have Dave Cowens. We have a Kevin McHale rookie. That's a pretty good one. Don't know too much about this card right here. Marlon Pat Harbor. Super old football card here. 1949, I believe. Copyright 1949 right down there. All-Star Football Gum. Very cool. Then we have two Jason Sehorn rookies. Then underneath there, we have an Elite Extra Editions Gleyber Torres Prospects. And we have a Elite Extra Edition Hype Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So there you go. Those are those two piles. Let me get these piles in order, and I'm going to show you the highlights. All right, here we go. The final showcase. Super, super awesome cards. And, you know, these were just from some boxes that I had dug out when I was switching all the boxes over to the new storage unit. I told you guys I was going to grab a couple boxes out. Maybe some of them were hidden in there for a while. But, yep, I'm pretty excited about it. And I got a bunch more to go through. This is all that I've gone through so far. Not as much as I usually have, but I've been moving a lot. So here we go. Kicking it off right here on top. We got a 1994 Prospects. You got Derek Jeter right on there. Pretty cool. Always fun to see Jeter cards. Underneath there, we have a 1974 rookie infielders. You got Ron Cash, Jim Cox, Bill Madlock, and Reggie Sanders on there. Underneath there, we got a nice Joe Torre. This one is a 1963 Joe Torre. And we have the Sporting Nudes All-Star Selection, Frank Robinson. Super awesome card. In absolutely phenomenal condition, too. Always great to see. Then underneath there, we have an 1966 batting leaders Frank Robinson, Tony Oliva, and Al Kaline. Super, super card. Great condition once again. Look at the corners. Centering's a little off, but still super, super great and clear. Underneath there, we have a Willie Stargell. 1972 Willie Stargell. Very nice. And underneath there, we have a Pete Rose. Look at the condition on this Pete Rose. Super, super condition. Hard to find these cards in this good condition. 1974 Pete Rose. And underneath there, we have, last but not least, Mr. Brooks Robinson. Beautiful card. Look at this bad boy. Absolutely phenomenal condition. Brooks Robinson. So yeah, this was highly a vintage find, you know, when digging through these cards. There's still so much to go through. You know, the boxes that I pulled out, they were like a mix of, you know, when I see the vintage, I always grab them, you know. So I was like, I definitely lean towards grabbing those cards, because over the past couple of months, I definitely have come to be a really big fan of vintage basketball, baseball, football, just vintage cards in general. So whenever I see them, I grab them first and I go through them first, because it's, you know, look at this, you know, like these cards are history. You know, they've been around 30, 40, 50 years, you know, 60 years. Like, they've been around for a long time, and to see them preserved and in good condition, super, super awesome, and so happy to add them to my collection. So there you go, guys. There's the cards I found. Thank you guys for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Back to weekly videos. Make sure you smash that like button. That like button allows people who aren't connected to the channel to be able to see the channel. Then YouTube pushes the video out a little bit more. And yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about what I found. Let me know what you think about the switch over to the new storage unit. Yeah, so happy Thanksgiving, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.